What's good, y'all? We back. We got another episode of Facts and Stats, playoff edition again. Remember to leave a like, comment. Shout out to my fellow co-hosts. We just gonna get right into it. We ain't even gonna waste no time. Let's start it off with round one. Let's wrap up round one. Let's start off with my Lakers and Phoenix. Series ended 4-2 after Phoenix closed it out in 6. Bad loss by LA, but hey, shit be happening. What y'all boys go ahead. Anybody that wanna go, let's just get straight into it.
Well, shit, I was waiting for them, but they ain't want to go, man. It was a beautiful thing to see. Just us, not for the game of basketball, just for our podcast. Because you was a Lakers fan and I'm a Heat fan, and both of our teams went out in the first round, man, after only a 71-day off season. Me personally, I was trying to tell you since last year. I don't really. I mean, you can say what you want after this, but I was trying to tell you since last year. I didn't really see the hype between the team that y'all had put together. Y'all lost a couple people. Y'all lost a couple pieces this year, but you can arguably say y'all upgraded in those same areas that y'all lost. Y'all lost Rondo, but y'all gained Dennis Schroeder. Y'all lost Danny Green, but y'all gained Wesley Matthews, who's basically the same. Y'all lost McGee and Howard, but y'all gained Drummond and Gasol. So basically, y'all same losses were actually better. Your additions were better. It just wasn't enough chemistry for the Lakers squad. And then Anthony Davis' injury is literally, like Keem said, though. Without Anthony Davis, y'all ain't shit. And you say y'all better than a lot of teams without Anthony Davis. So you purposely went for our two teams only, though. I was eager to see if you want to name any other teams, but that's a story for another day. I think the whole Lakers situation is fucked up. Man, Dennis, I don't know. I just think the whole team is fucked up. I think Dennis needs a team where he can orchestrate the offense. And playing with LeBron James, you know how that goes. He can't really orchestrate the offense. He can't really get himself comfortable and insert himself into the game unless like he's trying to be a spot up shooter off ball or trying to do things that he's not fully comfortable with to put his stamp on the game. So, man, where do the Lakers go from there? In my opinion, it was a great series. First off, shout out to Devin Booker, the best shooting guard in the world. Shout out Chris Paul for fighting through that injury. Bridges, Crowder, Ayton had an amazing series as well. The whole Suns team had an amazing series. So, and all reality, the better team won. That's how I look at it. And that's all pretty much I got to say about it.
All right, anybody else? Keem, Mark?
Man, like I said, without AD, y'all ain't shit. They've already said it for me. I ain't wanted him to say it. I wanted to say that part again. But I'm just saying, some takes come to life, man. We seen it, like, hurting all that, play 6 minutes, calling fouls, like, bro, foul him. Your man couldn't be out there, man. That groin was hurting him. But anywho, yeah, man, LeBron getting old. Like, he can't carry that everybody like, he was when, back in his early 30s, his late 20s, man. He can't be doing that anymore, man.
For sure, that's a fact.
And then for everybody saying, please get Dane to the Lakers, no. Let Dane go somewhere else. Or let him stay with Portland and Jason Kidd. I'm getting tired of seeing this, LeBron need all that. Like, bro, nah. Fuck that. He chose this team and all that. He traded his young core away. That's what he get. He traded it for a bubble ring. I ain't gonna
say about that. At least they got a ring out of it, though. But
they got a ring out of it. Any trade, we got a ring out of it. So we already won the trade last season.
For sure.
But anywho, these the guys he went with. Yeah, man, that's the results. But shout out to Phoenix. I definitely thought the ref was gonna play a hand in it and probably make it a 7-game series, but they actually ended it all. And shout out to Devin Booker, definitely playing his heart out. Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, all the boys of Phoenix, they definitely deserve it. And who they play second round?
They play Denver. They got
Nuggets.
Denver.
Okay, they played Denver. All right, yeah, so it's gonna be a good matchup coming around. But yeah, man, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to see it. That's all.
Mark, you got anything to say before I come with my rebuttals?
Rebuttals. I would say that LeBron is definitely getting old, so he can't really take that torch no more like he used to, like with Miami and with the Cavs and stuff. So came right about that one. It's pretty much just the injuries, you know what I'm saying? AD, in and out. They had, you know what I'm saying, KCP out now, and he just somehow came back for that last game, but it didn't really work out. You know what I'm saying? You can just tell that the chemistry wasn't there this year. So Pretty much. Hats off to Phoenix. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, they came in there and handled business in LA, and just took them out the water pretty much the first half. You know what I'm saying? The game was over early, honestly. But yeah, it was nice to see, honestly. And people can't say the NBA is bad or it's rigged now. LeBron is out first round. You know what I'm saying?
Good point. Good
First
point.
round.
Exactly.
A lot of people think
It's not good that
everybody think LeBron gonna be there every year. Nah, he out first round. So you know that we got some hoopers now. So it's good to see new faces on being in the NBA finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely good for the league to see, the young guys from all over the league, not just with Phoenix, but you got the Jazz, you got Atlanta. So even though Boston lost, Jason Tatum showed out. But as far as the Lakers, before we go to the next topic, I think it's a lot of overreactions with the way things played out. 70-day off season. The team never really fully played together. We got hit with the injury bug all year, and I think just what it came down to was just we needed guys to step up, but we didn't have those guys that was willing to step up. It was supposed to be Dennis. Dennis Schroeder is not an offense orchestrator. He's shown that to me this year. He's just a guy that plays good, hard defense, and when he gets hot and when things is going, he has the ability to score some points. You see in the last games that we won when AD was healthy and all that, Dennis Schroeder was there. He putting in his 20 points, but it's like he had opportunities to orchestrate the offense and do something and get the team going, but he failed to do that every single time, which is why LeBron always got to have the ball in his hands, because the second LeBron comes out, that's when the run starts. So that's all that. Only person I'm really disappointed in is really Dennis and Kuzma. Really, I feel like both of them two could have did more. I didn't really expect much from KCP with his injury, and I don't like that AD even came out, because that's just a dangerous thing to do for for a season where like we already been nicked up and all that, and groin injuries specifically aren't things you really want to take lightly. But hey, at the end of the day, man, you win some, you lose some. My Lakers will be back. I'm pretty sure LeBron will be back. He finally got an off season to really get his body right and get Anthony Davis's body right, because I don't understand. He got some things he got to fix.
Hey, look here. I don't want to hear none of that 70-day off season. Every other team had the same amount of time.
No, they
just
be like. Hold on. Wait. Every other team had the same amount of time.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't say that because I wouldn't say that because they went to the finals.
Exactly. We had 70 days. That's a little bit over
10, 20 plus more days. Really? That's a big difference.
It's a huge difference if you didn't even make the playoffs, like the Suns didn't. Yeah. It's a huge difference. And then plus, LeBron is 36 years old.
All right, so what about other times where it's the same thing, they go to the championship and they got more days off than the players that went to the championship? It's the same thing, bro.
It's not the same thing.
Okay, fool.
It's clearly not the same thing. You clearly see that the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat. No, it's not an excuse, because at the end of the day, I don't have to make any excuse for my team losing, because we have the most championships in NBA history. So I'm not hurt or nothing. You lose games. I watched my Lakers be at the bottom of the league for 10 years straight. So a first round playoff loss after we just won a ring, that ain't hurting me. I don't gotta make no excuses. But we had the short.
I just say y'all straight up got beat. That's all it is, bro. You ain't gotta be like, 70.
I'm analyzing. No, it's called analyzing the game. That's what we do on the show on Facts and Stats. Right, we don't. I'm not about just to spit out rhetoric. But like I was saying, the Los Angeles Lakers and the Miami Heat had the shortest offseason in pro sports history. So we just leave it at that. Nobody else had a shorter offseason, and LeBron is 36 years old. He had a compromised ankle. His ankle was hurting.
The team
ain't even played together.
Like every
So
team
hey,
they get hurt. Okay.
niggas just like for the Lakers to lose at the end of the day.
Like Chris Paul didn't get hurt in the playoffs. Cool.
He still played.
That's all, bro. Get to the next topic. Get to the next
topic. I already shortest off season. I analyzed the game. Said what it is. Next topic, we got Portland and Denver. Real quick, man. I told y'all, Damian Lillard was not gonna carry this team by himself. Nobody can do it by themselves, and that's something I'm very, very adamant on. So let me get y'all thoughts on the series. Who picked Portland?
I was one of the ones that picked Portland. I picked Portland. I'm not gonna lie. I said Jokic. I can't see Jokic doing it by himself. And I just want to credit the Denver supporting cast. Although Jokic was dominant throughout the series, I'm sure he averaged 30 plus.
That was the difference right there.
Like Rivers stepped up. Michael Porter went crazy game 6 in the first quarter. Aaron Gordon was playing good basketball. Shout out to Monte Morris. Like they really. And I don't know what I was thinking. I should have sat back and analyzed the series like how I did the Hawks and Knicks. Like I swear nobody could tell me that the Knicks were going to beat the Hawks because like you can literally look at both teams and see how both teams play and say, yeah, this team plays more of a team basketball type of game. They're going to beat this team in the series. The Hawks play more of a team basketball game than the Knicks. So that's why I knew for sure. And the Nuggets play more of a team basketball game, an offensive flow team than the Blazers. So I just wasn't thinking right. I thought Damian CJ can get it done. Obviously not the MVP showed why he is the MVP this year. So all shout out to him. I can't take none away from him. And like he did what I said. If he do it, I'm gonna move up my ranks. And he's now officially he's a top 7 player in the NBA to me.
You said seven?
He's the best big. How about say that? He's the best big.
I can't. I gotta see AD healthy. I gotta see AD healthy. I gotta see AD healthy.
No.
Nah, bro. I think this season. I think this season we gotta start changing the ranks up. I feel like AD and LeBron, like right now, they gotta earn that back.
AD no LeBron's in my top 5. Yeah, like they're not in my top 5.
Yeah, they gotta earn that back.
LeBron's good where he's at. This is AD gotta earn it back. That's all.
Even Bron.
I think as far as like fans, we hold on to the past too much. We hold on to exactly. That's gotta stop happening. So Jokic is the man. From showing
that's why I feel like
Luka's
the best in the world. But I mean, go ahead.
But yeah, well, yeah, that like I think like the rankings is starting to change. Like I think this postseason, this is really like the first time where somebody else has the chance to come out and be the best player in the league. For the past, because LeBron was there. For the past 10 years, I always said, I'll think somebody else is the best player in the league once somebody goes through the playoffs and then has a bigger impact than what LeBron has been having on his teams for however many seasons it's been. That's all. But shoot, LeBron, even though the ankle was compromised and AD was hurt, his performance on paper, it didn't match like the performances of a Damian Lillard or any other guys that were undermatched, or even a John Morant. Like John Morant was doing that, was going crazy. So, right. You know, I think it's about time to start looking at that. Mark, what you got anything to say about your guy Jokic?
I mean, I've been saying it for years, man. Like even before they was really in the playoff runs, you know what I'm saying? But I just seen Jokic I just seen his potential, you know what I'm saying? I just seen that, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing like every other big, you know what I'm saying? He was actually in the post, he was doing post moves, he was passing, he was doing all that. So as the years was going by, he just kept getting better, along with Jamal Murray, but, you know, Jamal Murray is not there right now. But he carried the first round, I could say that. Jokic definitely carried the first round to get them past the Blazers. I wouldn't say it was the hardest team to beat, but, you know, they still an NBA team. So hats off to Jokic, man. I hope they give him the MVP. It should be anonymous.
It's unanimous. Like it for me, it's been obvious for the past.
It should be unanimous.
No, I said it should be unanimous.
Unanimous. Yeah, unanimous. It should be unanimous.
Yeah.
Wow.
Who else? I don't even know who else I even put up there now. To be honest,
you
Y'all know he's not gonna be unanimous though.
He's not gonna be unanimous. The voters are gonna vote somebody else, but
they're gonna say it's gonna be close.
It's clear cut. It's clear cut at this point.
He should be unanimous. He should.
Yeah, he had the healthiest season and one of the best statistical seasons as well.
He stay healthy. That's another big thing.
All right, Ken, you got anything to add on about the series?
It's really just talking more about Portland, because we know what Denver might get bounced off in the second round. We don't know, or whatever. But as far as like Portland, they
stand no chance.
Yeah. But I say they moving off from Terry Stott. I honestly think, and this kind of like been a little topic or whatever, they was talking about moving on from CJ McCollum.
It should have been
because that two guard combo really just not working anymore.
Yeah,
it never really worked. It never worked. So it's like I didn't even know Nurkic was playing like Jokic was doing him so bad. It was like you wouldn't even think he on the court, and they gonna move on from him too, or whatever. So I think they need a fresh restart. Really,
I think Dame needs to just request that trade. I just don't think that franchise got it, bro.
Pretty much. I mean, as you can see from the past, it was like all the players that they drafted either first round that was supposed to be that guy just didn't happen. He either got hurt or it just didn't work out. So I think as far as Dame is, like his prime right now, he's in his early 30s. So I feel like he should just get out of there right now and just try to get your best to win.
He stayed down. He was loyal. Like it's kind of like James Harden Houston situation. You stayed down. You did everything you can. You gave all to your city, and time to move on now.
Even Westbrook, he was in there for a long time.
And just some early teams, in my opinion, I would want to see Dame on before we get to the next topic. I would love to see him in Boston. I would love to see him in Miami, and I think that's probably my first two teams right now. I would love to see him in Boston and Miami. I think he can change both of those franchises around.
I'd rather him.
And Miami has the pieces.
I'd rather him either come to us, the Bulls, or I'd rather see him with Luka.
That'd go crazy.
Ain't gonna be no defense though. He gotta get some defense on the perimeter. He needs some help.
They just gonna take turns shooting step backs all day.
Exactly. The whole time.
Hey,
I say Luka defense got better.
Yeah,
they better defensively in Dallas than Portland. So
yeah.
Where Carlisle make something work. We'll make something work.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just feel like it didn't take a rocket scientist to know that Dame and CJ, that tandem, that being like your number one tandem wasn't enough to get you a championship. We seen them peak making the Western Conference Finals, but it's like once they ran into the Warriors, it's just like you seen the difference in like what a real like championship franchise like look like. And the Portland Trailblazers, even though, they always going to compete, which they always have competed with Damian Lillard there, but you're going to get that with every star. And I really seen it, that game where Damian Lillard dropped, 55?
Yeah.
And he was hitting all them crazy-ass shots. I'm just like, well, bro, I like it's hard to watch. It's fun to watch because Damian Lillard going crazy, but it's hard to watch at the same time because it's like this man is doing all he could do and nobody else ain't really providing nothing.
Right.
No help at all. Not from the big man, people from the bench.
I think he played his last game in Portland. I don't think he plays for Portland next year at all. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Unless they get Jason Kidd. Other than that, he probably played his last game.
I don't believe that rumor too much. Like I seen Chris Haynes get reported, but I don't believe it too much. How is Jason Kidd going to sway Dame to staying in Portland when Jason Kidd wasn't even a good head coach when he was a head coach his last stint?
Right.
So
I mean, that's not
his last stint in Milwaukee was fucking terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I pray for Dame. At the end of the day, pray for Dame.
Wait, was Jason Kidd the head coach of the Nets at one time?
At one point, yeah, he was.
Okay, yeah, and that wasn't even good either. So yeah,
right. I mean, he's on the playoffs. We had KG and Paul Pierce. I think that was him.
Yeah, the team, the Brooklyn Nets team he had wasn't good. But I love Jason Kidd as as an assistant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love him there.
Every former player don't need to be a coach.
I think he's comfortable being where he at because he'd have been had a head coaching job by now. I think he's just comfortable doing what he's doing right now. So,
all right. Well, we'll come back to what's the name in a second, but let's talk about the Bucks real quick. They play tonight at 7:30. How y'all think the series gonna go?
I mean, the most important matchup everybody probably gonna talk about is KD versus Giannis, really. But I feel like it's more come down to Kyrie and James Harden, or you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Drew Holiday checking one of them. You know what I'm saying? How he can slow them down, and hopefully it's just gonna be on KD. You know what I'm saying? If you slow one of them two down, then maybe you can have a better chance, you know, of getting out of that round.
Yeah, that's Milwaukee it's a situation because like Dante DiVincenzo is out for the rest of the postseason, and that was like one of their better defenders for perimeter guys. I was just reading something last time. Well, when they played in the regular season, Dante DiVincenzo was the other guy that was mainly taking the James Harden and Kyrie matchups.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see who they throw at him. I feel like for KD, they're gonna throw a mix of Giannis, PJ Tucker, and maybe like Pat Connaughton, and like Drew Holiday will probably guard him a few times on some switches. But I don't know. What y'all think? Evan Keem.
To me, I think it can go 6, maybe 7. I think so because, of course, you know, next you got to still worry about the defense. They can score 120 easily. You're gonna have to match them in scoring, of course, and I think that's going to have a problem as far as like defense because all Bucks got to do is just attack the paint, and while the Nets can just like score outside at will and everything, they can attack the paint as well, but. It's like I think it's more like Giannis is gonna like of course gonna have a like 35 game a night to me. Like he gotta have it, you know. And Middleton has to go off his will to keep up. And then Drew Holiday, you know, going to put up 20, 25 or whatever he can. But that's how I feel the series is gonna go really. So it's gonna be a shootout damn near every night for real. If it's gonna be low scoring game on one end, I would be surprised. But at the same time, I think, you know, both of the teams going to attack each other in different areas. And they're not going to be able to stop it. And trying to put Giannis on KD, it may slow it down. It may not because it's hard to stop.
He's the only one. He's the only one that has the length.
Exactly.
To contest everything. Much. So maybe they'll run it in a way to where they try to force KD towards Giannis' way and Giannis comes for the help on the contest or maybe just we see Giannis just guarding KD face up. I don't know. I think
pretty much gonna try to get the ball out of KD hands. As much as possible.
Yeah. What you thinking, Ev?
I don't think that's gonna work because the last 2 times we seen them play when Giannis had 49 and I think he dropped 40 twice or 30 something, whatever. He dominated in both games. And it's crazy because I was looking at that game earlier, that box score earlier. And he shot like 37 plus time. And I think if Greek comes out with that type of mindset to where no matter what, I know none of these niggas can check me and I shoot 25 to 30 times, it's going to be a real tough series for Brooklyn. But I don't think they can double KD like they may want to because those 2 matchups, James Harden was not there. Mm-hmm. So how do you double Kevin Durant with James Harden on the court at the same time?
Yeah, I don't think they double him.
Yeah, I don't think they double him. I don't think they double him either. I think they just play it. I think they just play it out. I think they just play it out. All in all, I think the series, I'm praying for a 7. I want to say 6. I want to say Brooklyn is 6, but I highly respect Milwaukee. I highly respect all the moves that they did. And y'all seen what the fuck they just did to us. So, I like Q. I can't sit up here and be like, man, I wish my Heat would have won, or man, we could have did this. If we had Depot, the better team won. Simple as that. And if Forbes played the same way he just played the first round, then you got to really look at a problem for Milwaukee because if Forbes is hitting, Pat is hitting. Bobby, everybody hitting, they're a crazy ass team. This is a perfect matchup, man. I wish it could be the finals. Fuck it.
I like the way you said. Like the way you said the better team. The better team won in y'all series.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like,
I gotta
like,
admit it.
like back in the day when the Thunder lost to the Jazz first round.
No, Mark, no. Okay. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you this because I like the Jazz, bro. Like this.
Exactly.
That's my final.
It's a good
they're
team.
My finals pick right now. But this Jazz team wasn't the same Jazz team some years ago, though.
It just didn't have Mike Conley.
True, but Donovan Mitchell was way more developed. Like, I'm hearing you though. Like, I fuck with everything you're saying. Like, I'm hearing you and all that. But I just think that the Jazz now, I like OKC. Maybe I just like that OKC team a lot. Like, I like Westbrook, Paul George. Y'all had Grant too. Y'all had Grant, and I think y'all had Dennis Schroeder too.
They was young though. Grant was very young. Grant was very young.
Good point. I'm gonna say that. Good point. Utah always been a good basketball team. Everything is coming together for them now, so that's a good thing for them.
Yeah. But last thing I'll say real quick about the Bucks. I think a lot of it is gonna come down to Giannis and like they gotta find the easy ways to score, and they gotta get as much as those type of opportunities as they can. Because really, we seen with this Brooklyn team, you get them late game. It's the NBA playoffs. That's when you win the game. So. So throughout the game, I would love to see Giannis just finding the easiest ways to score. I want to see a lot of dunks, a lot of layups.
I was just going to say my final comment on that series. Kyrie Irving has had a lot of success with Drew Holiday checking him this season. So that's not an issue for Brooklyn. But I'm gonna say one thing and one thing only. If Milwaukee wants to win this series, Giannis has to average a triple-double. And he just had 15 assists the game 4 against Miami. If he literally dominates just like that, because literally nobody on Brooklyn, we seen him drop. Nobody on Brooklyn could check him. They're going to clog the paint. They're going to double down on him a lot. And Brooklyn also plays a switch offense on defense. So it's going to be Blake Griffin and Kevin Durant checking Giannis down low all the time. They don't even play DeAndre Jordan no more. And if they do play DeAndre, he's going to dominate DeAndre and Claxton. So it's a lose-lose situation. That's why I feel like Giannis, when that double team does come, just got rock out. You got the shooters. If he averages triple-double, they're going to win the series.
Yeah. I want to see Giannis become like Giannis take his throne. And I want Giannis to play so good that niggas is calling him the best player in the league type shit. Now's the time. Now's the time.
That was the time for sure.
Yeah, that was time for him.
All right. Well, if nobody else got anything on the Bucks, let's swing back to matter of fact, no. Let's talk about Game 7. Luka and Dallas and
timer pop up yet?
Clipper. Crazy. It just I just got some little pop up saying that they wasn't giving me the timer. I don't know why. So we good. We don't got no timer. I guess they said like a gift from Zoom. Maybe they do that the first time you host a meeting or something.
Okay.
But yeah. Clippers and Mavs. We seen Clippers take Game 6. Wonderful performance by Kawhi Leonard, man. That was just a beautiful game by him. Giving it all on both ends, just hitting his shots, man. Go ahead, Luka fan. Go ahead.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting to come in on it, man.
Go ahead.
This shit hurting. It's hurting me, man. Yeah, it's hurting me because y'all know. It's my last chance, probably. Luka, that's not my last time.
This man done lagged out. That's how you know that was about to be some bullshit.
All right, are y'all here?
Yeah, come on, bro.
Yeah.
All right, so man, y'all know what it is. Luka and Book are my favorite players in the world, but it's hurting me to watch because it's like if Clippers play this same way basketball that they just did on Luka in Game 7, they're going to win Game 7 again. Although Kawhi did have a tremendous monstrous game, but they literally hard hedged Luka on the screen. They doubled him on the screen, and they forced literally every single body else to beat them. Porzingis has not scored 10 points in back-to-back playoff games. This is the worst second option that's getting paid $30 million a year to be alongside a young superstar player in the world. It's fucked up.
Is he hurt?
The bad thing about it is that contract is going to be hard to trade now, too, in the offseason. They are trying to move on from Porzingis. So
is Porzingis, like, hurt in any way or something, bro? Because I'm really not understanding this.
After the game, you know what he said? His post-game comments was, the team wants me to space the floor, so I'm just doing what they want me to do. Basically indicating like they not hitting him at the elbow, they not letting him post up, they not letting him work out.
Okay, that's probably what it is. He telling y'all, I hear all y'all saying my name. Y'all not in the locker room with her. Y'all
Right,
you
right.
tell y'all stop saying my name.
Right.
But man, I don't care, bro. You big as hell, man. Go work, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially in
Get the ball
instances
and
if
go.
you got the ball and the shot clock going down. Like, bro, go work.
Pretty much.
All in all,
Turn
my
into
final,
a basketball player.
all in all, my final thing on that surgery before I let y'all go ahead and talk about it. Just give Kawhi and Paul George their credit, man. Paul George, like he's getting it done, scoring the ball, assisting the ball, and if you're looking at his box scores or you're watching the game this series, he's averaging over the past couple of games 10 rebounds, 9 rebounds a game. So you gotta give Paul George credit for getting it done all around on the floor. So man, I'm looking forward to Game 7, and I'm hoping that Luka comes out more aggressive than what he was in Game 6 because he was a little too passive.
He settles a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot of stretches in the fourth quarter where he was just like not about the ball at all, not to play. He was at the top of the key, just chilling. I'm just like, damn, bro, you want to win?
He doesn't like to run and go get the ball. That's the one thing I'm starting to notice about him, and you really seen it. And matter of fact,
he don't bring it up.
Yeah, if he don't got the ball, like once it's like 10 seconds left on the shot clock and they just deny him, he's not really making much of an effort to go get it. King, what you got for me?
I mean, it kind of hurts me altogether because, Kawhi and Luka are my two favorite players right now in the NBA. So just seeing them battle it out, again in the first round, it hurts for real. So I'm happy for whoever wins for real. And Kawhi heard all that bullshit talk Game 5, motherfucker, when he missed the game tying shot, my bad. He heard all that bullshit. Motherfuckers like, oh yeah, I act like I ain't been to the finals before. Like I ain't take a team to the finals before. So he was like, all right, I'm gonna show Luka something and I'm gonna make him mad as shit. Drop 45 on him. That's how it is, and just win it for real. So let's cut it down for real. And it's interesting who will win because every game that was won by each team was on the road.
Exactly. First time in history for the first game.
Yeah.
6 games.
So it's like, can Clippers finally win at home, or can Luka just break every LA Clipper fan heart? So it's like it's really hard to call this Game 7 because
it's gonna be a close one.
Yeah, of course Luka is going to go the fuck off.
Yeah, so, I think for Game 7, I like to see just a little bit more aggression from Paul George. He's still having a good series, but it was moments last game where Paul George would have the ball, and it kind of looks like he's not timid at all, but it looks like, I don't know, it just looked like he's not trying to step on Kawhi's toes, and that might have been because Kawhi was going crazy last game. But
keep feeding the high hand, honestly.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no,
but if you got the ball, but it was to the point to where like I think he was just trying not to turn the ball over or just thinking too hard, like don't want to lose the possession because it's times like he got a 1-on-1, around the mid range, like drive, duck your shoulder a little bit, and either lay it up or dunk on. Mavs don't really got no bigs when Bobby not in. So then I see him do that, and then like kicking it out to three to somebody posted up at the 3, and then they miss. I was like, PG, you might as well take that yourself then.
Yeah, that happened a lot. Batum was missing down the stretch. Morris was missing down the stretch. So that I definitely know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I would like if I'm rooting for the Clippers, I'm trusting Paul George more than them guys. Batum, Reggie Jackson. Oh my God, Reggie Jackson almost blew the game.
You're gonna trust the All-Star more than you're gonna trust the
so I don't know. I want to see PG trust himself a little bit more, just a little bit more for Game 7, because Game 7 that's for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He better.
Kawhi and PG, like it needs to be Kawhi and PG.
But as you can see, like throughout the series, you know what I'm saying, him and Kawhi kind of been taking turns with it. It's like whoever's hot, you know what I'm saying, they just keep it going with that. So I mean, but yeah, throughout the game, last game, he was struggling like first, second, third quarter. But as the fourth, you know what I'm saying, he knocked a few buckets down, made it probably like a few free throws. You know what I'm saying, it's a clutch buckets, but it was pretty much Kawhi's night. So you just keep feeding high, you know what I'm saying. And Reggie Jackson had a few clutch buckets himself. He was like 5 of 5 early in the game, supporting cast. You know what I'm saying? You got to be around there. You know what I'm saying? You got to help out.
Yeah, it's really gonna come down to them because really this whole series, I would say, Dallas supporting cast has been better than Clippers. Because really, if you look at the past games, really it's been Kawhi, Paul George, and then everybody else is just like
Clippers didn't have bench points yesterday.
You know what?
They didn't even have no bench points yesterday for real.
Yeah. So it's like that hurts. It's like you got Tim Hardaway Jr. and Seth Curry knocking down threes. It's like somebody got to keep up.
And crazy thing is, last game neither of them shot well. They was both like 10 for 30 something or something close to that. So
and Serge Ibaka not being out there hurting them a little bit too.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
But who y'all think got it?
Ooh, good question to wrap it up.
Going with the Clippers off rip.
Luka in 7. I think this is Luka bounce back game now. It's his turn. Like how he just did in game 5 with the 42, 12, and 8. That game coming again. And I'm making a new name. Game 7 Luka.
Game 7 Luka.
I ain't calling it.
Come on, you gotta call it. You gotta call it. You gotta call it.
I'm gonna call the Clippers, bro. I'm gonna just go with I'm gonna just trust Kawhi, the guy who been here before. This is Luka's first time here, so I just feel like I just gotta go with the Clippers, bro, just solely for that reason. And then plus, I feel like they got a lot more to lose. A lot more to lose. Like they franchise, it seems like it's kind of on the line. Because the first round exit after what happened last season is gonna look really, really, really bad.
I just like gotta go too if we about to be done. My bad.
Yeah, this the last thing. Okay. We wrapping it up.
As much as I love my boy Kawhi, that's my nigga. I'm gonna go with Luka. I'm gonna go.
Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna go with Luka, man.
Right now, Luka.
Like I believe in supporting the cast more. I really do. So I think Luka might take the 7. So $2, 2 Clippers. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Well, one of y'all close this out, man.
I'm about to say shit. We're gonna wrap it up, man. We catch y'all later. Of course, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on every platform, every channel, or whatever. We'll be providing y'all with more content for real. So yeah, stay tuned for the round 2 recaps and the game 7 recap. That's all it is.
So appreciate you, game. All right, Q. All right, Mark.
All right, y'all.
Have a great weekend, man.